Because how would you know what resilience is if you never had to go through it? How would you know what perseverance is if you never had experiences that made you understand it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, how would you know what happiness is if you never experienced sadness? So I guess what I'm saying is, there is a duality that we have to master in this life. There's an opposite to everything. If there's a problem, there's a solution. If there's day, there's night. It's temporary. Even the happy stuff, even the joyful stuff, it's temporary. Sad stuff, temporary. You have to be at peace with that. If you can be at peace with that, you're mastering this life. Because you can't always have the positives every day. You can't always have the negative. People living in paradise right now, they still have emotional issues. They still have things that they're feeling dark about, you know. It's just how life is. Every soul has come here to learn something about themselves again. And I know this is a theme today, but that's why I say, don't look at everything like it's out to get you. Don't do that, because there are miracles on the way. A miracle is something that you receive unexpectedly, something positive, something that felt like, whoa, what the heck? That's what happens when you start to let go of this negative narrative about yourself, and you're so open to life again. Because the moment you start getting open with your life, that's when things like that can start showing up. Because that's how God works. That's how this was all designed. Okay, we could go into stories with Jesus. Like, I always share this story because it's just another great example of faith over fear. Okay, because they're opposites. Faith is like a trusting, you know, and then fear is like a not trusting. It's scared. So Jesus lived a good example of that. That story of him in the boat, and the boat was going underwater, and everyone outside was screaming and panicking, and he was right at home, super comfortable, because he had faith that everything was going to be okay. He knew that they were going to make it to the other side. He just felt it. He knew God wouldn't do that to them, and so they all made it. But everyone else had too much fear. But it's Jesus' faith that carried him through, that carried them all through. Yes, we went there. Let's see what this says. It'll come back if it's meant for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Look, I can't even read today. I'm such a mess. It'll come back if it's meant for you. Don't worry. Time reveals everything. Oh, that's a really good one. I love that, because sometimes you want something so bad, or you want this, or the reason you don't have it is because you don't need it yet. You might be saying, yeah, but I need money. Yeah, but I need that person. Yeah, but I need that, you know, whatever it is. But if God took it away from you, why do you think that is? He wants you to look at things differently. He wants you to start planning differently, creatively, like instead of doing it the same way all the time. How else can you show up? Because that's something I had to understand, and that's why I started my own business, because God took away all my finances. Oh my goodness. Even now I'm like, it's not very stable, but is it coming in? It's teaching me faith is always providing for me. Like, I'm somehow able to do a lot of things, pay for a lot of things, despite not having stability. Like, that was a nightmare for me at one point, because I needed to have that stable income. I needed to know the money was coming in at a certain date. But now that I don't have that, it's fearful sometimes. But that's how I know God is strengthening my faith. Because I'm very aware that I live a very magical path. This path is the unicorns. And you know, I just feel like sometimes people don't look at it that way. The wind just powered up. Yeah, people don't look at it that way because it's like you got to see it to believe it, or if it's too painful, how can you trust anything? But that's where you got to have that deeper faith. I know I spoke about this the other day. Oh my God, it's 11:11. If you have been seeing 11:11, congratulations, thank you. Doors are opening now. This is the month for that. That's why the wind just ramped up at 11:11. So let's take a minute. It got stronger. Thank you, God. Thank you for the blessings coming in for all of us. Because it's bound to happen now, okay? Anytime now. You've been working hard, and I know it. You guys are creative. You guys are doing your best. May not make sense now, but I kid you not, something is going to click for you. You're going to have that idea. You're going to have that inspiration. Somebody's going to say something to you. You're going to have a different view of things. It's all up here. Sometimes God's blessings are not physical. It's all invisible. It's just like the mind. That's how it can work sometimes. And that's probably all you need. You didn't need the money right now. You needed the idea. You needed the inspiration and the drive. So if you're struggling financially right now, don't worry. We are getting ourselves out of this because we're learning every day. We're sticking to what we want to know, and we're focusing on the right things. No more distractions, locking in. You better be locking in. Like when I was applying for that gym yesterday, he was like, I asked him, do people really see results like after 6 weeks or something? He's like, listen, some people pay so much money, but they're not locked in enough. So of course it doesn't always work, but for some people it does. And that's why I say you have to just realize that it's about locking in. You gotta lock in. You can't just say to yourself, oh my God, it's not working. It's not like, he said, people need to show themselves that they're committed with anything. You have to go all in, especially if you know you want change or you want to improve in an area. Like you see all these people saying discipline this and, you know, work hard till, you know, be a sterile rock and just... You don't always have to do that, but when it comes to your commitment, that's something you got to feel. You got to feel like, okay, is this going to be healthy? Is this going to be right for me? Is this aligned with me? I promise you it'll all make sense later on, okay? Just keep going, keep pushing, and you will get there, guys. All right? Take it easy. Be gentle on yourselves. God is watching. He's only nudging you to do something different or something better, that's all. Not to make you feel like you're a weakling and you're stuck, because you're not stuck. You're being lost right now so you can be found, so you can find yourself, so you can find your way. And that time will come, but for now, acknowledge the pain, acknowledge where you're at, because it'll change very soon, okay? Lock in.
Looks like you forgot. Once again, how powerful you are.